Hey Cakenistas, it's Marisha. Tell me I wasn't the only one who nearly did a backflip, cartwheel, somersault 360 when I saw the promo trailer for Beauty and the Beast. When I saw that beast's face, I said, you did it, you won it. Oh my goodness. I was ecstatic, and that's still one of my favorite movies to this day. So I'm gonna make for you guys a Belle dress cake. This is my first dress cake. Please don't judge if the process seems to be a little bit confusing, which I don't think it is. I actually wanted to make the dress more of the updated version. Like this video if you love Beauty and the Beast. Let's get started. Today I'm going to be using my Wilton Wonder mold pan set. Thank goodness it came with a little half-bodied Barbie because I really needed that. It also comes with this bottom plate, and there's the bowl of course, and then a metal rod. Now the hard part for me is going to be figuring out how to put this together. I stared at the directions for a while, but as you can see, it was still very lost. I was able to figure it out, and there it is. I was excited. There's my happy fingers. So you put the rod in the center. Now that we've got all of that together, we can grease down our pan with some shortening. So that rod goes back inside, and there's my cake batter. Does anybody else use a mixing bowl without actually using the mixer? They just do it by hand anyway. I don't know why I do that. I'm just gonna bake at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. And this cake came out absolutely beautifully because of that rod. I loved it. It was perfect. So I'm just going to level off the cake, flip it upside down, and prepare my cake board. I'm going to make about 5 notches in the cake, and this is going to mark where I'm going to put my fondant panels. I need the dress to look very layered and fluffy, so this is really going to help me achieve that look. Now I'm going to cover my entire cake in buttercream, trying not to cover up that hole at the top. It would be very smart to use yellow frosting, but I was in the mood for chocolate, so that's what I did. Once that is done, we're going to set that aside in the refrigerator. Now I'm going to cut out my yellow fondant, and this is the fondant that I made the day before, and you can check the description below for that video. And I'm going to create what I'm going to call a panel for this cake. Basically a triangle with a flat top, and it's going to fit perfectly with the indentations that I made in the cake. So the first panel that I just put down is the front and center of the cake. Now we're going to move on to the second panel, and in the movie she has got a layered dress and the center is very plain and normal. So I'm going to try to recreate that look by just taking one small piece, putting that at the bottom, and then making ruffles and layers by taking 2 more pieces of fondant and just stacking that on top, and I'm adding body, and this just allows me to really control what the ruffles look like by splitting it up into 3 pieces like that. For the third panel, it's going to be just like the first one. We're not going to put it flush up against the cake because we do want it to have a little bit of body and movement to it, but it's just going to be a flat panel basically. And then we can move on to what is the fifth panel, which is the panel to the left of the first one, the one that's front and center. That one is going to mimic the second one with the ruffles. So we're going to recreate that look. I'm putting a small piece at the bottom, and then I'm going to stack about 2 pieces on top of that of pure rufflage. For the back of the cake, the last panel, I'm just going to take my last piece of fondant and fold in the edges so that they just have some body to it, and it helps me to cover up the frosting underneath. Now I'm going to trim it up a little bit, and I decided to make one last flap, which is a half panel, just for some more characteristics onto the dress to give it a little bit more flair and excitement. I mixed purple gel dye and blue gel dye to get this royal blue color fondant, which I'm going to wrap around the base of the cake. I gave my half-bodied Belle a half ponytail, half down hairstyle. She's waving to you guys. I wish I had a shirt on her. Then I just wrapped up in plastic, made her a complete cone head. She looks like she's been sitting in the salon for about 3 hours now. So she's ready to go. She's got her hands up. And now I'm going to cut out a piece of fondant for her top. And it kind of looks like the Wonder Woman emblem, doesn't it? I'm just going to apply this. And I was like hoping and praying that it didn't look like Jennifer Lopez's snakeskin dress that plummeted down to her belly button. It was close. It was close, but it was good. I'm going to really make sure that I have a nice point in the front because I really love the way that looks. It looks like a corset. And of course, I didn't fit it around the complete back. So I'm taking a small rectangular shape and just blending that into the dress. And as cute as this is strapless, like a strapless ball gown, the straps in the movie are off the shoulder just slightly. They're not like the first movie that we know of. So I'm going to recreate those straps. I actually indented it with the back of a knife. And I'm just going to apply it to the top of the dress to cover up that arm to shoulder seam that half-bodied Belle has. Well, she's really full-bodied now, so we can just go ahead. I'm going to make the top of her gown a little bit cleaner by bordering it with a thin piece of fondant. I'm going to use another thin piece of fondant to create her necklace. I made this teeny tiny rose that I put at the bottom of her necklace. And there she is. She may not have eyes. They're a little bit invisible. Half her hair is gone, but her dress is still there. And she is ready to slay not only the beast, but the runway. This is Belle in a couture du jour. She's serving top of the line, ball gown, mustard realness. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this Belle cake video, and leave any questions and comments below. I had to slice it from the back because it kind of hurt too bad to slice it in the front. This was my first dress cake. I think it was gorgeous. This is Couture. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later. Couture in a Belle dress cake. Bye guys. Oh my gosh, when this movie comes out, I might have to sneak some snacks into the theater. Like I don't know. That beast is crazy. Oh man, my cat is looking at me like I'm crazy. So I'm gonna go click beside my head for some previous videos and also for a video for my OMG foodie. I don't know why I say it like that every single time. That's gonna scare people away. See you next week. Bye guys.